We all know the story that when George Washington was 6 years old, he received a hatchet as a gift and promptly cut down his father's cherry tree. When confronted by his father, George Washington said, "I cannot tell a lie." These stories are most likely myths, but we still associate cherry desserts with George Washington. You want to start by making your cherry and blueberry sauce. Your first step is to make your cornstarch slurry, starting with 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and 3 tablespoons of sugar into a pan over flame and stir until everything has dissolved. Now you want to add your cherries. I'm using frozen cherries and they'll have a lot of juice. So you probably won't need to add any additional water to this, but that'll be a judgment call as we get going. And now your 1 cup of blueberries. And now you just want to bring this all together, overheat, and cook for about 5 minutes. So the next step in assembling this cake is to make our graham cracker crust. I'm starting with about a half a cup of graham cracker crumbs, to which I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of sugar. Proportions aren't important with this. It's just going to depend on the size you're making, and I'm going to be making 2 small ice cream cakes. Once your sugar and graham crackers have been mixed together, now you just want to stir in butter to form your graham cracker crust. Proportions aren't important here, really. You're just going to do this totally by feel and depending on the size of the cake you're going to be making. Making a larger family size cake, obviously you just make more crust. I'm going to add just a little bit more butter to this. The butter is really what's going to hold this crust together. This is a no-bake crust. So you want to take your graham cracker crumbs and put them into your spring form pan. And using a spoon or whatever tool you have, you want to just go around and press down, making a solid graham cracker crust. And the ice cream will be the next thing that goes on top of this. I'm softening this ice cream out of the carton just a little bit so that I'll be able to fill our containers. And again, proportions aren't important. You're just going to have to guess as to how much you need. But you do want to kind of mix it around to soften it. Now it's just a matter of taking your softened ice cream and filling your pan and using a spoon, just kind of spread it around. And now both of these containers will go into the freezer. When you're ready to serve, remove your ice cream cake from the pan and generously top with your cherries and blueberry sauce. As George Washington said, "I cannot tell a lie," and Honest Abe would agree. This is a perfect dessert for President's Day or any patriotic holiday.